I was in solitary confinement for about a year. Ask me anything. I stabbed a guy in prison, in self-defense. How often did you fap? A whole hell of a lot. 4 or 5 times a day. Were you ever sitting in solitary when something struck you as funny, so you just started laughing really hard and then immediately considered whether or not you had gone crazy? A few times actually. Did you try to work out? How much time did you do in total? What was your original crime? Describe the self-defense situation. What thoughts were the hardest to deal with? What thoughts gave you the most hope? Thanks. I only did push-ups. I didn't want to get too sweaty since they only gave us 3 showers a week. 3-year sentence. Statutory rape. A guy came charging into my cell swinging a chair at me. I picked up a pencil and stabbed him. Nothing was really that hard to deal with, but the thing that gave me the most hope was that I would be getting out of prison completely a month after I got out of solitary. What was the most shocking thing to happen in the world that you didn't figure out till you got out of jail? Bluetooth headsets. I thought everyone was talking to themselves. What race are you? Did you have any difficulties when you first entered the system with getting right with your racial group? Which gangs were most represented where you were? White. Nope. Went right up to the white dudes and made friends. Bloods, Latin Kings, Aryan Nation. What was your daily routine like? How did you pass the time? Wake up, eat, read, sleep, do push-ups, eat, write letters, eat, read, sleep, repeat. Dude, have a good time outside. Enjoy your life and be careful. I wish you good luck. Have a nice day. Thank you. Did people sell a lot of drugs in jail? Did you become friends with anyone while there? Drugs are everywhere in prison. They are expensive as hell though. I made a few friends, only one who I kept in contact with when I got out. He broke into my house and I haven't seen him since. Is it hard to find a job now? Yes. I just want to say you are one of the most responsive IAMA posters I've ever seen. I swear you are responding to everyone's questions, no matter how repeated. Kudos. I am really bored and kind of high. How many books did you read? What else did you do to fill your time? Did you grow a sick beard? I don't know the exact number of books, but it was about 1 every 2 days. My beard was epic. No mirror to shave. Was solitary confinement like what they portray in the TV movies? A dark room with the only light coming from some gaps in the door/gate, bar/stair slab. Also, as an introvert, I thought I'd actually enjoy solitary confinement as long as I get books and paper and pencil. What do you think about this? Nothing like the movies. The place was actually clean and well lit. The cell was small. Bed, desk, sink, toilet, shower that was turned on 3 times a week for 8 minutes. There was a door on the back wall that led to a 12 square foot rec pen. One small window, you could only open it a few inches. I didn't exactly enjoy it, but it wasn't that much worse than regular prison. What do you do now? How long ago was this? I moved and didn't tell my parole officer. Did music go through your mind on a regular basis? If so, did it ever strike you to sing or whistle or anything? I often wonder if I would be able to sing or reimagine music after long isolated periods, solitary, desert island, being a recluse, etc. I forgot half the words to my favorite songs and laughed at myself for singing the wrong words the whole time when I got out. I thought you were only allowed to be in solitary for so many months at a time. How much did your body change from being in solitary for so long? There are people who have been in upstate shoe in NY for 3 or 4 years. I have never been in good shape. I actually lost a bunch of weight though, so it was kind of a good thing. Hi, thanks for answering these questions. I have one. Did the girl whose father pressed charges ever try getting back in touch with you after you got out? Best of luck in keeping on the straight and narrow. She emailed me, but since there is an order of protection, standard for ex-offense cases, I never wrote back. Without being near other people to reinforce social norms, did you find that you had significantly different social behavior coming out than before going in? Not really. Were there times when you thought you were going insane? Could you describe the room? Sometimes. The room was 5 by 7, with a toilet, sink, desk, shower, and a bed. The toilet also served as the seat for the desk. Assuming I would have to join one of the white gangs, how accepting are those groups of someone who is not racist? Would I have to fake it, or is it not a huge deal either way? Also, as part of the gang, do you have any responsibilities, duties, dues, or is it just okay to hang with them? This really won the best Ask Me Anything I've seen. Thanks a lot for doing this and being so responsive. Good luck. Just fake being racist, and if there is a race riot, defend your side. What were some of your methods to cope with it? Did you meditate? Mostly escaping by reading books off the library cart. The 1 hour of fresh air a day helps a lot though. Why were you in prison to begin with? I actually did Ask Me Anything about that a few months ago. I had sex with an underage girl and got 3 years. How did you get to knife to stab a guy in prison? Did you stay totally sane the whole time? Or did you have hallucinations? Is there a camera in there? Like, are you being continuously watched? Sorry about the lame question, smiley face. I used a pencil. I stayed completely sane. The only place there weren't cameras was in your cell. The IT cell, however, has 3. The IT cell is for if they think you are sneaking drugs back from visits. They put you in a cell with no toilet and let you out after you take 3 ITs in a plastic bin. They just want to make sure there are no drugs in your ass. What was the cell like you spent your time in solitary like? Were you allowed a TV or radio? Did you have any communication with other inmates or prison staff? The cell was small. Bed, desk, sink, toilet, shower that was turned on 3 times a week for 8 minutes. There was a door on the back wall that led to a 12 square foot rec pen. One small window, you could only open it a few inches. If you were good, you could get a radio after 90 days. You could yell to the guy in the next cell, but it was hard to hear over the other 1,800 people yelling to the cell next to them. Where do the mixed race people go? With whatever they identify most with. But no mixes go with the whites. Except maybe Asian, white. Did you see any people who should probably be in a mental institute rather than a prison? A few. Are you a recidivist? Technically, I did not commit a new crime, so no. I heard in prison, solitary they screw with you by keeping the lights on when you're tired and turning them off when you're awake and various other small things like that. Did you experience anything like that? They only do that if you cause trouble. Recently, I've come across a website by a guy named Michael Santos. It's about preparing for a prison stay, what to expect, how to make it, etc. What do you think about such an idea? Are there any resources for one to prepare for such a thing? And are they any good? You can prepare for a lot. You cannot prepare for the feeling in the pit of your stomach when they lock the gate behind you for the first time. I just wanted to say that I feel so sorry for you. I know people who have had sex with an underage girl. Same story as yours, even older than you at the time and got no prison time. I can imagine how hard it is to be on the ex-offender list over something so stupid, while real child rapists are in the world. 19 and 14 is not a crime in my mind. I believe it's legal in most countries of the world. If you move to a country where that's considered legal, would they still judge your background? Have you thought about that? Well, I can't leave the US for at least 7 years due to my passport being revoked anyway. How long until you started talking to yourself? I talk to myself anyway. Also, did you ever try to get back at the kid, or at least contemplate it, that initially told the girl's father that ended up sending you to prison? No, I don't hold grudges. What was the proportion of race in there? How many percent white, Asian, black, etc.? 85% black, 10% Hispanic, 5% other. Have you ever witnessed or heard of anybody getting a milkshake thrown in their face like on Oz? The milkshake being of course a container full of it, piss, cum, blood and phlegm. Oh, yeah, mostly guards though. Stat rape gets you 3 years jail? Holy it. Only in NY. I will have to serve a rather large amount of jail time later this year. What can I expect? What do I need to know going in? Stick with your own race. It is okay to talk to other races as long as you approach your own people first. Don't involve yourself with drugs, homos, or gambling. If someone leaves a candy bar on your bed, do not eat it. They will think you are then something if you catch my drift. This is something I always wondered about myself. I am half Spanish and half Italian. I'm more closely related to my Italian heritage, but I look Spanish. If I were sent to prison for something, where would I fit in socially? Would making friends be hard? If you act white, that is to say if you speak properly and don't have an accent, go with the white guys. Not the Aryans though, they consider Italians as bad as blacks. Did you get any sort of opportunity to appeal the decision to throw you in solitary? Also, as an outsider, I'm from Northern Ireland. Looking in at the US prison system, I think the US prison and justice system is messed up. I really think you've got a third world prison system, and I really believe that America could take a few lessons from how we deal with things in the UK and other countries in Europe. Do you agree with my opinion to any extent? The concept of solitary confinement doesn't really exist in the UK as far as I'm aware. Especially for what you did, stabbing someone with a pencil in self-defense. I think the punishment was ridiculously harsh. Your punishment did not achieve anything positive and has not helped you in any way. I think there is a more selfish and non-caring attitude in most states in the US, whereas in the UK there are some attempts to re-educate and rehabilitate criminals, and various other schemes designed to stop prison overcrowding and making sure that criminals do not re-offend. What do you think? Anyone with more knowledge about the prison system in the UK wish to comment? Correct me? You can appeal, but 99% of appeals are denied. And I agree, the US justice system is fricked.